Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I did warm my car up because it's been cold and I've been riding with my husband to work the last few days because it's safer, and we've been going about 15 or 20 in the ice and snow, and it's a little bit warmer today. The sunset's really pretty. So the main point of this video is I was going to talk about how I'm going on a hair and nail fast. So I'm not going to curl my hair this week or put on the fake nails, and no judgment here. If you go to the salon or put your fake nails on, that's great. Some tips, because I love the Impress nails that I use, but I will say that I did have to use the backups more to make it last for a week. But it does save a lot of money, and if you can do it yourself and you think, it looks decent, then why not? But some tips, which I may have shared in the past before, but some people might be new to my channel. So make sure that you dry your hands and put like some rubbing alcohol to dry it out, because it'll be easier for the adhesive to stick on, because I didn't use glue this time. And I still made it work, but I did have to use those backups more because I do move around a lot with my hands for the kind of work I have. So I did have to have backups in my Ziploc bag, and I kept that. So just keep that in mind. You may need to back it up 2-3 times if you want it to last about a week or longer. I mean, there are women that wear it for 2 weeks, but my hair and my nails are naturally dry. So that's why I wanted to maybe focus on my skin. I probably will focus on my skin more because my forehead's dry. And I got some creams and stuff. I wore foundation and concealer today, which I usually don't do, but I feel like if I did get like a wrinkle filler, which may sound a bit dramatic, but hey, I'm gonna try it for my forehead, because I know if you start a little bit younger, and I'm not super young, but if you start younger, it probably hopefully will at least prevent things from getting as worse as they could get. And I talked to a lady today, and I don't want to intimidate or throw anybody under the bus, okay? But I thought it was interesting that she said she has one headphone in her ear and she listens to about 5 podcasts and maybe an album. And if you can still do your job, I don't judge that. Now, I know the company in general, most companies probably would prefer that you not, but I feel like if you can still get your work done and it's not too distracting, if it becomes an issue, then sure, don't do it. But that's just my opinion. If you can get your work done at the same pace as usual, then I don't see a problem with it, as long as it's not distracting or slowing you down. And some people may need that extra, mental boost or whatever. I personally feel like it would be overstimulating to me, but that's just my personality. And on a side note here, I know it's not super important, but y'all can tell my favorite color is pink. I got the sweater from Wisconsin a few years ago, and it's definitely come in handy with all this ice and snow that we've had. And unfortunately, I think it is supposed to freeze up again tonight. The company I work for was closed on Sunday, but they chose to open. And I have been just leaving early some days, or like adjusting my schedule, so it hasn't been too bad. And this jacket I got as well from my mom a few years ago. It's a velour jacket and I love it. But like I said, I really like pink. I don't think there's any shame. If that's what you like and what you're into, then talk about it. And also, I watched this video yesterday. I really like this lady in Denmark, Princess Talia. I don't know if I butchered saying her name, but I tried. And she has good advice about, like, when your channel's new, trying to stay consistent and post videos, even if you don't always look the best. And I don't think that's bad advice. But what I would say is, sometimes if you want to take a day or two off to do things that are going to mentally recharge you, like let's say you want to paint or draw, because I really like those things, but I hate the mess. But maybe you need that extra energy for yourself. That's okay. Or leave people a little bit of mystery, like make them wonder for like a day or two. Now, that's up to you. I'm not saying if you want to be really aggressive and like, trying to be doing 200 videos. I just think sometimes people may get bored, or there is a balance between being consistent and then maybe either, I don't think she overshares, in my opinion, but, maybe leaving more mystery or being more creative, or just leaving a gap to let people reasonably wonder. But yeah, I hope my car will be okay. I think it will. The battery went out a while ago. Man, it's hard to believe. I think that was 23. It feels like ages ago. It wasn't too long ago, but yeah. And I have another car now, so exchanged my Nissan for this Hyundai, and it's really nice. And I've been doing my best with it. And unfortunately, I haven't got to drive it a lot with this weather, but at least I have been able to get out some. And if I had more time, I might consider sledding. I don't know, but I don't really live in the best area for that, if there's anything that I regret about not doing on the ice. So yeah, but that wraps this video up, and I hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you in the next one.